In a modest industrial city, where factory smoke curled above the river and people treated ambition like a dangerous disease, there lived a 28-year-old man named Victor Chun. Victor was not born into poverty. His father owned a small printing shop. It was simple, steady, enough to keep food on the table and bills paid on time. Victor went to college, had a normal upbringing, and lived an ordinary life. But ordinary was never enough for him. He wanted to build something, to create something meaningful, to prove he was capable of more. At 22 years old, fresh out of college, Victor invested his savings into a mobile phone accessory store. Smartphones were beginning to explode in popularity, and he believed he had spotted the future early. He was wrong. 8 months later, the store shut down. He lost $15,000. His father tried to comfort him. "That's all right, son. Come work with me at the printing shop. Learn the family business." But Victor refused. To him, joining the shop felt like surrender. At 23, he tried again. This time, it was an online tutoring platform. He spent an entire year building the website, recruiting tutors, and advertising to parents. After 12 exhausting months, he had only 3 paying customers. Total revenue, $280. The business died quietly. At 24, he launched a food delivery startup. It failed. At 25, a clothing boutique. Failed. At 26, an event planning company. Failed again. People started whispering, "Victor Chun? The guy who keeps failing? How many businesses are there now?" His poor father. Friends who once admired him slowly disappeared. Former classmates were climbing corporate ladders, buying homes, posting smiling photos online while Victor sank deeper into debt and embarrassment. Soon, nobody invited him anywhere anymore. At night, Victor would lie awake staring at the ceiling, hearing the same thought echo in his mind. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not built for this. Maybe I'm just a stubborn failure pretending to be an entrepreneur. By 27, everything collapsed completely. His 6th startup, a digital marketing agency, imploded harder than all the others combined. This time he had borrowed money, signed an office lease, hired employees. Then the clients vanished. He couldn't make payroll, couldn't pay rent, couldn't repay the bank. The landlord evicted him. The employees quit angry, and Victor filed for personal bankruptcy. At just 28 years old, he moved back into his childhood bedroom. His father barely spoke to him. His mother cried when she thought he couldn't hear. Victor had no confidence left. One night, sitting alone on his old bed surrounded by rejection letters from job applications, he whispered something to himself. One more try. Silence filled the room. Just one more. If I fail again, I'll stop forever. But I need one final chance to prove to myself that I can do this. This time, though, Victor knew something had to change. He needed money, but no bank would touch a 7-time failure with bankruptcy on his record. So he took a job as a waiter at a high-end restaurant. Every night he served wealthy business owners while listening to conversations about investments, expansion, and success. And every night he felt smaller, like life had placed him behind the table instead of at it. One evening, a regular customer named Mr. Joe sat in Victor's section. Mr. Joe was a self-made millionaire in his 60s who owned several manufacturing plants across the city. As Victor poured his drink, Mr. Joe looked up and said calmly, "You're too smart to be a waiter." Victor froze. Mr. Joe continued, "I've watched you for weeks. You listen carefully. You ask thoughtful questions. You're learning. So why are you here?" Victor hesitated. Then he decided to tell the truth. "Because I failed at everything else." Mr. Joe smiled. "How many times?" 7 businesses. Mr. Joe leaned back in his chair. "You know what I see? I see someone brave enough to try 7 times. Most people never try once." Victor stood speechless. Then Mr. Joe said something that changed everything. "I failed 11 times before my first real success." Victor blinked. 11 times? This wealthy man sitting in an expensive suit had once been just as broken as he was. What changed? Victor asked quietly. Mr. Joe smiled. I learned 3 laws, the same 3 laws that turned my failures into a foundation. Then he added, if you're serious about trying again, meet me tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. at my office. But only if you're ready to learn instead of repeating the same mistakes. Victor barely slept that night. The next morning at 5:45 a.m., he stood outside Mr. Joe's office building. When Mr. Joe arrived, he smiled. You're early. Good. That's the first sign you might actually make it this time. Inside the office, Victor noticed something unexpected. In the corner sat a framed list of 11 failed businesses, each one crossed out in red ink. I keep that there to remember, Mr. Joe said. Then he walked to a whiteboard. Tell me about your failures, he said. Not the excuses. Tell me what you did wrong. Victor thought carefully. I jumped into businesses without research. I didn't understand customers. I ran out of money too quickly. Stop, Mr. Joe interrupted. You just described the same mistake 7 different ways. He wrote 4 words on the board. Passion without preparation. Imagine building a house, Mr. Joe said. You're excited about the furniture, the design, the finished product, so you skip the foundation and start building walls immediately. He drew a collapsing house. And every time it falls apart, you blame the weather instead of the foundation. Then he looked directly at Victor. Law number 1. Study before you start. Spend 3 months learning your industry before launching anything. Most people confuse excitement with expertise. Victor wrote every word down. Then Mr. Joe asked another question. Why did your businesses fail so quickly? I lost motivation. I ran out of money. Customers didn't come fast enough. Mr. Joe nodded. Because you expected success too soon, he wrote a timeline across the board. Months 1 to 6, learning and suffering. Months 7 to 12, small progress. Months 13 to 18, breakthrough begins. Months 19 and beyond, growth accelerates. Then he turned around. Law number 2, commit to 18 months. Not until you feel discouraged, not until money gets tight. 18 full months of showing up no matter what. Victor swallowed hard. He had never committed to anything for 18 months. But this time felt different. Then came the 3rd lesson. Your digital marketing agency failed because you tried to do everything. Social media, SEO, web design, email marketing. You became average at 10 things instead of exceptional at 1. He drew a single arrow. Law number 3, master one thing, become so good at one specific skill that people can't ignore you. Then Mr. Joe made him an offer. For the next 3 months, I'll mentor you every Saturday morning at 6 a.m. But if you quit before 18 months, never contact me again. Victor extended his hand. Deal. For the next 3 months, Victor transformed his life. Every Saturday morning, he studied with Mr. Joe. Market research, consumer psychology, competitor analysis, business strategy. For the first time in his life, Victor wasn't chasing excitement. He was building a foundation. Eventually, he chose a single focus: LinkedIn lead generation for B2B tech companies. One service, one industry, one skill, nothing else. For 3 full months, he studied relentlessly. He learned LinkedIn algorithms, sales psychology, tech company pain points, lead conversion systems. And only after that preparation did he finally launch his new company, Tech Lead Connect. No fancy office, no employees, no investors, just Victor, a laptop, and one promise. I will generate 20 qualified business leads every month, or you don't pay. His first client paid him $500 per month. His mother cried tears of relief. Finally, some income. But Victor remembered the second law: 18 months, month 5, 1 client, month 6, 2 clients, month 7, lost 1 client. His father confronted him. 8 months and you're still barely surviving. This is the same pattern all over again. Victor almost believed him. But then he remembered, months 1 through 6 are supposed to hurt. This was part of the process. Month 9, 3 clients. Month 10, 5 clients. Month 11, 7 clients. Still not rich. Still buried in debt. But something had changed. Clients were staying. Results were improving. Referrals were spreading. Month 13, a medium-sized tech company signed a $3,000 monthly contract. Victor nearly cried. Month 14, that client referred others. Suddenly he was making $8,000 a month. Month 15, $12,000 a month. He hired his first employee, and exactly 18 months after launching the company, Victor landed his biggest client yet, a venture-backed startup paying $10,000 every month. Total monthly revenue, $28,000. That night, sitting once again in his childhood bedroom, Victor called Mr. Joe. 18 months, he whispered emotionally. You were right, Mr. Joe laughed softly. No, Victor. Now the real work begins. From there, growth exploded. Year 2, $400,000 in annual revenue. Year 3, $1.2 million. He hired more employees, opened offices, repaid every debt he owed, and 5 years after that breakfast meeting, Tech Lead Connect crossed $10 million in annual revenue. Victor Chun, once mocked as a serial failure, now stood on conference stages sharing his journey with entrepreneurs around the world. One day, a young entrepreneur approached him after a speech. Mr. Chun, he said nervously, I've failed twice already. Should I try again? Victor smiled. How badly do you want it? More than anything. Then yes, Victor replied, but do it differently this time. Then he shared the 3 laws that changed his life. First, study before you start. Passion without preparation is just expensive hope. Second, commit to 18 months. Most people don't fail because their idea is bad. They fail because they quit during the painful part. Third, master one thing. Don't become average at everything. Become unforgettable at one specific skill. Then Victor paused before saying the final lesson. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every successful person you admire has a graveyard of failed attempts behind them. The difference is simple. They showed up one more time than they fell down. Years later, before Mr. Joe retired, Victor visited him one final time. Thank you, Victor said quietly. You saved my life. Mr. Joe shook his head. No, Victor, I only reminded you of what was already inside you, the ability to keep going. So if you're listening to this right now, and you feel like quitting, if you've failed more times than you can count, if people have started doubting you, remember Victor. 7 failures, bankruptcy, humiliation, rock bottom, and then a $10 million company. The difference between his 7th failure and his 8th success wasn't luck. It was preparation, patience, focus, and 18 months of refusing to quit. Your breakthrough may be closer than you think.